ever sing together?
Too much.
Oh yeah. Because he's so much better.
Fear. This is half the story of Terezin. Its beginning, but not its end. I was a child there. I knew the word. But as I grew up, I learned another word. From Pavel and Ircha, from mother and father, from Irina Sinkova. I learned the word courage and found the determination to live again, to believe in life.
I believe in life. I am Pavel. Pavel, I'm coming with you. I've settled everything myself and I have a number in your transport.
Your mother and father need you. Go back to the barracks.
But Pavel, you are closer to me than parents. I must come with you.
Rabbi, we want. Could you marry us, Rabbi?
I can. Have you a wedding ring?
Yes.
How much time?
An hour at most.
Oh, that will be enough. Tell me your Hebrew names, and we must call your parents and some friends.
One by one the transports came. Mother, father, Aunt Vera, they went. Pavel and Ircha, they went. Everyone I knew and loved from Prague. There was no one who could remember me before I come here as a child of 12. But there were many left standing at the train as the transport started up. The cars crowded, boarded, sealed, and we turned and found each other.
Yirshi, they said they wouldn't take him. So clever, a plumber and electrician. They said they wouldn't take him.
Everyone goes. Yirshi, was he your friend?
He was my brother.
You're Hansa Koshek. I've heard about you. I'm Raya Anglandarova. My brother Pavel and Ircha.
I know, just married. Now what's the good of that?
They're still together.
What's the good of that?
Together they'll not be afraid. That's the good.
You are afraid.
So what if I am? You're laughing at me. You think I'm a coward.
I'm laughing at you because you're a girl. You don't know the first thing about anything.
Well, it's all easy for you. I hear how you get by the guards. It's easy for a boy.
Maybe. My father was beaten and left for dead before my eyes. I saw it. I was so afraid I couldn't move, but I didn't run. I never understood it until my father, dying, told me, "You are a good boy, Hansa. You are afraid, but you are not a coward."
I'm sorry. Well, it's late. I have to go.
Wait, where are you going?
Number 25. Where do you live?
House number 2, on the other side near the wall.
There are 30 girls in our group, most of us from Prague. Irina, she runs the entire compound. She lives with us.
We live alone. We elect our own leaders and we have meetings. Secret ones.
Don't you have one of the older men there with you?
What for? We're all old enough. We all work in the fields.
So do we. Well, some of us. I do. I'm old enough.
I'm in charge. I was elected by the rest of the cabin.
Don't you go to school at night after work?
We do, sometimes, but sometimes we have meetings to talk and plan.
What?
We'll say someone has an idea. We talk about it. Or if someone does something we don't like, we tell them to quit it or else. A lot of things. We're working on something right now.
For the boys' home?
Well, not just for the boys' home. We're going to have a paper and report the news in camp.
Have you got a printing press?
We don't need one. It's not that kind of paper. We're going to make copies of the news and post them around the barracks.
Will you post one in the girls' home?
I suppose we could. I never thought about it before.
I'd copy it over. I could do that.
Well, I'd have to talk about it with the others at the meeting. It seems like a good idea. But I have to go. We're about to have a meeting about the paper. You can come if you want.
And so Vadim was born, and lived for 3 years, and helped us to live. We waited for a copy to be posted in the barracks, and later, when for safety it was read aloud, no one was missing. It was an invisible line of communication so that even across the dark yards and crowded barracks, the youth of Terezin grew up together.
Raya! Raya!
Yes, I can only stay a few minutes. Is this week's Madame ready?
Here it is.
I'll take it and get started.
Wait, we talked about it at the meeting and we decided that we could probably read some of the poems from the girls' house.
Good. Irina will be glad. She mentioned it and all the younger girls got excited.
Well, there won't be room for too many.
I'll tell her. Well, I'll see you.
Wait, I saw you today. Of course I couldn't say anything.
I know. I saw you across the road.
I was thinking, maybe we could plan a way to meet. You know, in case there are notes or anything.
We can't. It's too dangerous. The guards are everywhere.
We meet here at night.
The guards think we're in the barracks.
I'm not afraid. Are you?
No. Yes. I guess. They beat you.
It wouldn't be the first time. And I always get up again.
Someday.
Someday maybe I won't, I suppose.
Don't-
What difference does it make?
Don't talk like that. I'll go if you do.
Wait, no, I was only teasing.
It'd be lonesome without you. For the boys, I mean. They need you, and the paper. Irina says she only trusts you to bury the poems in the drawing.
Others would do that.
It would be hard. You know, these past few months we've been good friends, and I miss you too.
I meant to say that first.
I know. Good night.
Good night. Raya! Raya!
Yes?
I got you some flowers.
Hansa, you're caught.
You know the square in front of the tower?
The prisoners aren't allowed there.
I know, but they can't stop us from looking. Look, from here you can see the flowers and the butterflies.
I see them.
Well, I'm giving them to you, and every time you pass...
I'll say they're mine. Hansa gave them to me. All the flowers and all the butterflies. Thank you, oh thank you. Hansa, Irina gave me a book of poetry. I left it for you at the end of the field near the shed. There is one poem I want you to read.
I found it, and read it, and left one for you. Look for it. Raya, look.
What is it?
Open it, but be careful, it's very expensive.
Well, it must be if you crawled all the way through the barracks just to bring it to me. Why didn't you leave it in the shed?
It can't be left, not around here.
A sausage! Hansa, you're wonderful, and a sausage, I haven't. But where did you put it?
I liberated it.
Liberated it. Hansa.
Well, actually I took it.
Stole it. No wonder it tastes so good. You're so brave.
I won't be here for a few days.
Why? Where are you going?
Don't try anything. Coming to look for me, I mean.
What is it, Hansa?
Nothing. It's a special detail to build something outside the fortifications. They're picking the strongest, and I'll be chosen.
What if something happens?
Nothing's going to happen. They want the job done. It's some kind of a walled courtyard, but I have to go.
Well, goodbye then. Goodbye. I'll be waiting. Waiting. Please come back!
Raya! Raya! It's all right. A message came through.
What is it? Tell me, tell me!
The boys are back. All of them.
I've been holding my breath for 2 days. Waiting, waiting. I couldn't think of anything else but Hansa.
What would you have done if he had not come back? If weeks or months had passed?
I would have waited and held my breath and waited some more.
Waiting days are long days, Raya. You would learn to stop thinking about tomorrow and to keep alive today. That's the secret of waiting. Remember that. To keep alive today.
Part of me would always be waiting.
Then you would do what we all learn to do to make waiting bearable.
I don't know how. I am afraid.
Afraid of tomorrow? Then think of today, now. Can you live until tonight?
Yes?
Or tomorrow morning? Do you think you can live until noon?
Yes?
And at noon, in the heat, in the hunger, in the stench and the weariness, can you live until night?
Yes! Yes!
Then you will survive. Each day, we find some reason.
As you have done.
Yes. Somehow, one of us is sure to survive. One of us must teach the children how to sing again, how to write on paper with a pencil, to do sums, and to draw pictures. So we survive each today.
The singing, the reading, the learning, the poetry and the drawings. This was part of our survival. In spite of the SS guards and the orders against teaching, Irina kept school in the children's barracks. One of the older boys was always on guard, and at the sight of the SS men, he whistled, and teaching turned into children's games. Games were permitted, but learning was a crime for Jews. We had books. Each of us had brought at least one book with him. Professional musicians, actors, and singers brought their repertoire, and Irina brought Ludwig, the children's opera, with her and did it for the children. In Terezin, Ludwig was one of the things one had to see. Thousands heard its melodies, hundreds experienced in the performances and the rehearsals, the strongest impression of their short lives. The story was an old one, the legend of the birds of Heaven, and the villain, Ludwig the carpenter, who hated them because of their song. He built boxes and cages for them, and trapped them one by one, until Head lay sad and silent without song. But Pepacek, the smallest child in the village, gathered the children, and together they marched singing into the woods, freeing the birds and routing the wicked Ludwig. The lesson: alone we are helpless, but together we're not afraid of Ludwig or of anyone.
Ludwig the carpenter, warning we bring you. Children of Czech, come to play stolen song. Close both your ears while our merry song sings you. Marching together will drive you along. Out of our village we'll run you and rout you, freeing our birds from your cages and bars. Children together, we don't fear to flout you. Standing together, the victory is ours.
Ludwig, with the rehearsals and performances, was our hope. We could not let it die. The transports carried children off to die, and new children filled the places of the old ones. I know a game. I bet that lady with the little girl over there will turn around. Or maybe that gentleman. I just hum a motif from Ludwig, and no matter where they are, they hear it. You can't do that with anyone else. You can try it anywhere in the world, and no matter where they are, they're sure to come, the few of us who remember Terezin.
Eva Heska, 14 years old, perished at Auschwitz.
Ella Helarova, 13 years old, perished at Auschwitz.
Ruth Hopkinbird, 14 years old.
Marika Manova, 12 years old.
Frederick Hoffman, 12 years old.
Josef Polak, 14 years old.
Dita Vatikova, 13 years old.
Nina Medorova, 14 years old, perished at Auschwitz.
Hansa Koschek,
Hansa?
Raya, don't turn or move.
Hansa, where are you?
Don't move. Here, on the other side of the wall. Don't move. Don't. Just listen. I have a number in this transport.
No.
Please, don't. Don't turn or move. I have a number, and I must report.
No.
But the news is good.
What do you mean?
The war is coming to an end.
Hansa, no.
Things are going bad for the Nazis. Something will happen before long. Raya, please, listen.
Hansa, where are you? I'm coming with you.
You can't. It's too late. You must wait here.
I cannot.
No, you must wait for me.
Hansa, I cannot live waiting. Please, please, where are you? Where are you?
I am with you, wherever you are. Listen, Raya.
I'm listening.
I have something I never told you about the poem. I wrote one too for the contest, remember?
You never handed it in.
It was supposed to be about a memory, only it's about you.
You never told me.
I'll leave it here under the post near the corner. Read it sometime, but don't laugh. You laughed once at the other poem, remember?
I remember.
When you read this,
I won't laugh. I won't. I promise. Hansa.
Don't come out here. The guards. Just stay there and wait. Goodbye.
Hansa? Hansa! Goodbye. Memory, come tell a fairy tale about my girl who's lost and gone. Tell about the golden grail, and bid the swallow bring her back to me. Fly close to her and ask her soft and low if she thinks of me sometimes with love. If she is well, ask too before you go if I am still her dearest, precious dove. And hurry back, don't lose your way, so I can think of other things.
But you were too lovely, perhaps, to stay. I loved you once. Goodbye, my love.
Goodbye. It was the motto of Terezin. It should have been written above the entrance instead of the lie that greeted newcomers. Work makes us free. But it was goodbye, not work, that made us free. It was the only thing we knew would never change. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. It freed us all. What was there to fear when you had said goodbye to everyone you had ever loved?
Raya. Raya Anglontarova. You know by now that my number, 102-866, was called. When you come to school today, you will see that I have gone. You will have questions, and I will answer them before you ask. Once, I saw an old Bible picture. Satan was about to pierce a saint through with his lance. The saint was sitting comfortably there, as if it had nothing to do with him. I used to think the medieval painters were incapable of presenting feelings like fear, astonishment, or pain. So it seemed as if the saints had taken no interest in their own martyrdom. Now, I understand the saints better. What could they do? I have wrapped up the last of the poems and pictures in my shawl. See that these are buried with the rest somewhere. And remember what they mean to all of us. I have nothing else to give you but this. What you and all the children have made of Terezin. The fields, the flowers, and all the butterflies. Goodbye.
Irina Sinkova perished at Auschwitz, January 28, 1945, and I have survived. Mother, father, Pavel, Ircha, Hansa, and Irina, all two, perished at Auschwitz, and I, Raya and Gondarova, after the liberation, returned to Prague, alone. Alone.
For 7 weeks I've been here, penned up inside this ghetto, but I have found my people here.
Now you are not alone, and you must not be afraid.
We shall return someday. You see, somehow we will return.
I missed Daddy yesterday, but I didn't get into my sand. Some Polish children learned to read. We are making little bags and nets for them. I went to look for Zdenka. She cried and laughed at the same time. She was so happy to see someone before she left.
I believe in life. I am Pavel.
Now you are not alone. You must not be afraid.
I never understood it until my father, dying, told me, "You are a good boy, Hansa. You are afraid, but you are not a coward."
Somehow, one of us is sure to survive. One of us must teach the children how to sing again. how to write on paper with a pencil, to do sums and to draw.
He doesn't know the world at all who stays in his nest and doesn't go out. He doesn't know what birds know best nor what I want to sing about, but the world is full of loveliness.
Raya, I am with you wherever you are.
Though they walk through the valley of sorrows, they will make it a place of springs.
I have nothing else to give you but this, the fields, the flowers, and all the butterflies.
Mother, Father, Pavel, Ircha, I hear you. Hansa, I hear and I remember. Irina Sinkova, I taught the children. My name is Raya. I was born in Prague. I am a Jew, and I survived Terezin. Not alone and not afraid.
What's an emergency?